They jumped in, they ran in, they raced across Kentucky Dam. The Western Kentucky Polar Plunge and 5K for 2024 started with a cloudy, windy Saturday in March. Laura Miller is the representative for Special Olympics Kentucky, and we're going to check in with her a little bit later. I called in a break or two on the radio. Cactus Jack here, broadcasting live from Kentucky Dam Village. We are here at Kentucky Dam Village for Polar Plunge, and the crowd is filling up. Elsewhere in the United States these days, lots of states do Polar Plunge events to raise money for Special Olympics. Polar Plunge itself is nothing new. People worldwide take dips in frigid waters on New Year's Day as a tradition, sometimes in the icy waters, sometimes just where it's cold. When I was younger and less chicken, I participated in a few New Year's Day jumps, but not sanctioned, just wherever I happened to be. We usually jumped in a creek or a pond, and it didn't have to be Union County, Illinois. It could have been wherever I was. March 2nd marked my second opportunity to help out with loud music and my YouTube camera at the ready. The Willie van sitting aside, and with me up underneath the shelter with my camera, dozens of local teams, hundreds of literally cool people teamed up or came solo with one goal in mind, raising big bucks for Special Olympics Kentucky. Willie 102 has a lot of faithful fans in our four-state area of southeast Missouri, southern Illinois, northwest Tennessee, and west Kentucky. I was there to play the music and make announcements, and as participants saw the YouTube cameras, a lot of them waved at us. My part in all this was very small. The game faces were on, folks were ready to kick off on that 5K run. The teams were easy to spot. There were people dressed as penguins, sharks, bunnies, some dressed in tutus, some pushing strollers, wheelchairs, pulling kids in wagons, and even representing their favorite sports franchise. This was just a few days after that famous football game you might have heard about. Kentucky Dam is in Marshall County, Kentucky, and I cannot brag enough on the EMTs and volunteers from Marshall County Rescue Squad who made this possible. They were there with ATVs, boats, ambulances, both in and out of the water, all making sure rescue and safety was close at hand for Polar Plunge 2024. As the time for the beginning of the 5K race drew a little closer, Laura Miller took control and made some last-minute decisions, and the teams lined up to prepare. And soon enough, the 5K runners got the go signal, and off they went across Kentucky Dam. Some participants just hung around and enjoyed the music and enjoyed the fellowship, while everybody else did that long 5K across Kentucky Dam and back around to the beginning. folks started showing up, and within about 30 minutes, it was time to get a drink, visit the on-site chiropractor if you needed to, and then head on over to the lodge for the ceremony. Up ahead, the Polar Plunge. Find some things when you go there. You'll find people who are dedicated, selfless, willing to help, passionate, giving, kind, and tough. That wind was cold. These words and more describe the people who do this. I saw fraternities, I saw sororities, I saw bikers complete with a patch on the vest, I saw school teachers, medical personnel, young people, older people, babies, teens, all thrown together for such a good cause. Freezing for a reason to benefit Special Olympics Kentucky. After the ceremony, folks started coming across Kentucky Dam and coming across Kentucky Dam, and they kept coming. They kept gathering up and ready to jump in the frigid water. For the folks that had already done the 5K, they had the first leg of their Triple Crown Challenge. The next leg was either you jumped in the lake off the dock, or you went straight down below where I was and you ran in the water. Anybody that did all three, the 5K, the run in the water, and the jump in the water, they all got the Triple Crown. For now, let's just take a look and watch and see how it went. We'll check back in a little bit later. And as it says in many old songs, all good things have to come to an end. I was reluctant to leave Polar Plunge 2024. I mean, I had a great time with some great people for a great cause. As I was watching the day wind down and watching the clock run out, I was watching the guy that's blowing in the breeze over there with the two fans, the attention getter. I don't know what you call that thing over there by the lake. And it was like that the entire day. When we first showed up, and several times during the day, that little figure was almost horizontal because of the strength of the winds. The wind was whipping, the temperature was cold. By the time I got ready to go, I was blue, and I was really holding a lot of respect to the folks that jumped in that water. Some of them twice. Wow. Polar Plunge 2024 is largely a team effort, headed up by Laura Miller, but she has a staff where she works for Special Olympics Kentucky, and this is statewide in Kentucky, and it is nationwide. You can look on Wikipedia and find out about the history of Polar Plunge, what it means nationwide, and what it means to Special Olympics. I didn't really get much time to talk to folks. I was busy doing my job, but I did go down the hill to find out about the Triple Crown Challenge. And I got a chance to talk to Stacy, and she told us all about it. Want to tell them who you are?
I'm Stacy Wortham. I'm with Murray Icebreakers, Murray Elementary School.
What is the Polar Plunge Triple Crown Challenge?
Well, the Triple Crown is you run the 5K or walk it, and then you jump in the water, and then you run in the water, and that gets you to the Triple Crown.
All right. Lots of great ways to raise money for Special Olympics Kentucky.
Yes.
You have a lot of participants.
$4,200 this year.
Yes. Thank you. Cactus Jack here, and we are on with Laura Miller. Laura, we had a great time at Special Olympics Kentucky, and for the folks that don't know what that is, it started out with a 5K run or walk, and then it went on with folks doing jumping in the lake, right?
It did, yeah. We had a great group of people come out, and like you said, we had some of them running, some of them plunging, some of them doing both, and it made for a lively event.
This was my second part of this, and I had a great time as always. Special Olympics Kentucky is very close to my heart, but I never got the actual totals. How did we do?
We did great. We were actually up from the year before, so we are about 78,500 and some change. So we had a really good year.
I love it. I love the shirt and the card that you brought me. Tell me about the Murray Rockets if you have time.
Yeah, so that's just one of the local delegations that are here in Kentucky. Murray is where I live, so that's the group that I have the most friendships with. But yeah, here in Murray, we support that event wholeheartedly, and we have over 200 athletes just right here in Murray who participate in about 10 different sports.
I'll tell you my buddy real quick, Evan, who every time I see him, he shows me yet another gold medal he won for playing basketball in Special Olympics. This is very important to a whole lot of people, and we thank you for everything you do here. We did video. We got video of the folks wearing the crown, and we got some video of you directing traffic out there. I know you were too busy to talk to me on that particular day, but thank you so much for everything you do. And we're going to put this on the YouTube channel, and we'll have it coming out here in the next day or two. But thank you to Laura Miller of Special Olympics Kentucky, and thanks for being on Country Conversation with Cactus Jack.
Yeah, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
All right, God bless you. We'll see you next year.